Heather, you've done a very thorough job. Well, actually, all throughout the term, you have consistently worked to understand, some of the concepts, external style sheets, a navigation system. You've done a great job. I also wanted to acknowledge the videos that you've made, which are helpful to me, and it's nice to see a technique reflected back at me, one that I use often too. This will be some video feedback for week 7. Heather, a little narration would be great. That would also assure me of your understanding of this, but nice way of doing this, of displaying code. Heather, one other thing I see are several screenshots of code. Now, I would be expecting to see. I know it was a tall list of things for this week, or last week. I would be expecting to see code validation, and you can use several. W3C schools or W3C.org has got a browser or a code validator. So does Dreamweaver. Dreamweaver has code validation. So that would be what I was looking for here. Also in your submission were your superior wireframes, generalized sketches, which give you a rationale for placing images and text on your web pages. Heather, this is a big accomplishment. You've been able to import a variety of file formats. It's great how this logo is transparent and can float, on top of a solid or even a photograph. In general, try to keep all of your text editable. Here I see you've made this nice collage. It uses the corporate type style, but it would be so nice if you were able to float using CSS, editable copy. That way, if there was a copy change in this, you wouldn't have to go back to the Photoshop file. You could just go to the HTML file, make a few changes. I appreciate that you have a footer on your pages too. That's great. My only comment is, perhaps make the logo smaller. Consider maybe having it stagger. When you get facile with placing things, maybe have it stagger both the photograph and the part of the other parts of the page. It tends to push the navigation down the page, but I don't want that to diminish, your accomplishment. You have a set of linked pages, child pages as we call them. Just curious about your file management. Have you thought about ways to archive your files on a server? It raises general questions about how we archive our work in general, whether it's on a web server or on our own PCs. Here I see you've embedded a print menu from the previous class. Looks nice. The imagery and the typography go pretty well. It'd be so nice, though, if you could work that corporate typeface into your pages somehow. And I do see that you followed the corporate palette, and you have a footer. Good going. Here's a great place to put social media links, dummy links, of course. You have a contact information page. All your child pages have some content in them. Here's another example there where it'd be great to have HTML and CSS styling on your type rather than having to build collages, but nonetheless nice. Just in general, watch where things come to edges. This is a little tense here, and like this is nice reading space around here. But wherever you have copy, back it off from the edge of the page. And let's see, do you have a page that has many copies? Oh, I like this image too. It was consistent. Your website, I didn't mean to insult you by calling, in the rubric I called it homespun, but in a good sense, in that it suggests family restaurant. Well, Heather, I'm going to end it here. I know that I've overlooked something, so don't hesitate to shoot me an email if there's something critical that I'm not looking at.